So, let's talk about something. It's this feeling a lot of us know really well, but we might not have a name for it. It's that unspoken pressure from other people, The weight of what they expect from us.
It's like this little voice in the back of your head, right? Constantly checking, what will they think? What if they disapprove? So many of us are quietly controlled by this, way more than we'd probably like to admit.
And you know what? The Bible actually has a name for this. It calls it the fear of man. And it doesn't just describe it as some passing feeling. It calls it a snare, a trap, something that can really hold you captive.
Okay, so, a snare. What does that really mean? And maybe more importantly, how do you even know if you're caught in it?
Well, think about it. A snare is so much more than a simple trap. It's anything that restricts you, that freezes you right when you need to make a move, and just completely steals your peace of mind. It leaves you feeling stuck.
All right, let's break this down. Kind of like a doctor diagnosing symptoms. We can start to see this snare by looking at what the source material calls the fruit of this fear, the things it produces in our lives.
On the inside, man, it can feel like a total storm. It's that knot in your stomach before a social event, the wave of shame over a tiny mistake, or that hamster wheel in your brain, replaying a conversation over and over, wondering if you said the wrong thing.
And in our relationships? Oh, it definitely shows up there. It looks like people-pleasing, having this desperate need for everyone to approve of you, or maybe just avoiding people altogether so you don't have to risk disapproval. It can also make us super defensive or completely fall apart at the slightest hint of rejection.
And of course, our actions. They're like the big red flag. You might find yourself needing to control everything and everyone, or hiding your mistakes, or saying yes through gritted teeth when every part of you is screaming no, or just feeling totally paralyzed when it's time to make a decision. Okay, but this is absolutely crucial to get. These aren't just quirky personality traits or bad habits we need to fix. They're symptoms, they are the fruit, and they're all connected to a much, much deeper root.
And that's exactly why the old advice to just stop caring what people think is, well, it's useless, right? It never works. If we want real freedom, we can't just trim the branches. We have to go deeper and deal with the root cause.
So that brings us to the most important question. If all that anxiety and people-pleasing is just the fruit, then what's the root? What's the real problem underneath this whole thing? Well, according to the sources we're looking at, the answer is pretty surprising. The root problem isn't actually fear. Fear is just the warning light on the dashboard. The real issue, the root, is unbelief.
And there's a direct line here, you see? This fear, it thrives in the space we create when we start doubting God's character. For instance, if you start to doubt God's protection, well, suddenly other people seem way more powerful and dangerous. If you doubt His total acceptance of you, you're going to start scrambling for the crumbs of approval from other people.
So you see, this whole thing, it's not really a people problem at all. At its core, it's a worship problem. Our hearts basically shift. We stop looking vertically to God for our security and identity, and we start looking for it horizontally, from other people. And let me tell you, that is a shaky foundation to build your life on.
But this is not where the story ends. Not at all. Because the good news is, the gospel speaks directly to this deep, heart-level problem. It offers a real, lasting solution.
And the message is just beautiful. Christ came for people exactly like us, the anxious, the insecure, the people-pleasers. He didn't come to shame us for our fear. He came to set us free from it.
I mean, just think about it for a second. That approval we work so hard to get from other people, the thing we chase, in Christ, it's already ours. Completely. We're running a race that's already been won for us.
And what about the stuff we're so scared of? Rejection, being hurt by someone. We are promised ultimate protection from that. Our real safety doesn't depend on someone else's mood or opinion.
Which means, and this is huge, we can finally get off the treadmill. We can stop the exhausting work of managing our image, performing and hiding. Why? Because we are already fully known. And right there, in that place of being fully known, we are fully loved. Okay, so theory is great, but what does this look like on a Tuesday morning when your boss is mad at you? How do we actually start walking in this freedom and leave the snare behind?
Well, it comes down to 3 intentional shifts in our hearts. First, it's confession, just being real with God and saying, hey, I've been more afraid of them than I have been trusting of you. Second, we have to actively replace the lies we believe about people with the truth about God. And third, we intentionally shift our worship,
our moment-by-moment trust and dependence back onto Christ, the only one who can handle it.
And please hear this. This is not about beating yourself up or just trying harder on your own. Not at all. It's about remembering who Jesus is. He has deep, deep compassion for fearful people. He doesn't crush us. He meets us right where we are to restore us.
Look, at the end of the day, that snare can feel so strong, right? And the approval of others can feel like the most important thing in the world. But what Christ offers is stronger, period. It's a foundation that is totally unshakable.
So I want to leave you with this question, just for you. Take a second and really think about it. What would it actually look like, and what would it feel like to be truly free from this snare in your day-to-day life?